Amaravati might all set to be the sole capital of Andhra Pradesh, reviving the long-stalled developmental projects in the city. However, this might even resurface the underlying issue of centralized growth versus decentralized growth. Hello students, welcome to Drishti IAS. My name is Saloni Nandkyoliar. In this session, let us understand what's happening and what is this entire issue all about. Now, before we do that, very quickly, let me tell you that we have this new course for you, which is the Studio GS Foundation live online course. In this course, the complete syllabus of your UPSC prelims and mains is going to be covered in only 14 months. You'll get 1250 plus hours of classes, printed class notes, and a live chat facility during the class also. And you also have 3 mediums that you can choose from: English, Hindi, and Hinglish. So all of this you're getting at only rupees 34,999. And if you wish to avail a further discount on this fee, then you can use a coupon code which is SALONI, Saloni, all in capital letters only, and you can get the maximum discount for yourself. So don't wait, admissions are already open. Please call us at 87501, and you can also download the Drishti Learning app. Now let's get back to our topic and see what is happening in the country. So the Lok Sabha very recently has passed the Andhra Pradesh Reorganization Amendment Bill 2026, which makes Amaravati the sole capital of Andhra Pradesh. Now this is an amendment bill to the original 2014 Act. Now let's understand what this entire issue is all about, what is happening and what is the underlying concern. So it all started in 2014. What happened in 2014? The Reorganization Act, Andhra Pradesh Reorganization Act came in, through which Telangana was created. Andhra Pradesh was bifurcated and Telangana was created. Parliament created it. Article 3 came into play, and it was decided that Hyderabad is going to be the combined capital of both AP and Telangana for 10 years, which means till 2024. This was to be the combined capital. Correct? And it also said that post this, Andhra Pradesh is going to have a new capital, but which city will be the capital, that was not decided. It simply said that there is going to be a new capital for AP. Now, this started in 2014, then in 2015, the then state government of Andhra Pradesh selected Amaravati to be the capital. Amaravati was selected to be the capital. In fact, it was decided that Amaravati will be established or will be constructed, or in a way, it would be a proper world-class capital, a greenfield project. In fact, help was also taken from a Singapore-based consultancy. So global expertise was also brought into picture, and something unique happened. The land pooling scheme came into play. In 2015, the land pooling scheme came into play, wherein a forced acquisition of land was not happening. Farmers were not being forced to give away their land for the development of the city as the capital city. In fact, the farmers were voluntarily giving up their field, their fertile agricultural land, because in return they were promised developed plots like commercial plot or residential plot, because once this will become a capital city, the price or the value of the land will increase, and then these developed plots would be returned to the farmers. So in a way, they were promised what? They were promised development, and they were promised more money. So farmers started pooling in their land. They started voluntarily giving up their land to the government so that the government can construct this world-class capital city. World-class capital city in Amaravati. Everything was going fine. Then in 2019, the state government in Andhra Pradesh changed. And the new government felt that construction of only one city as the capital city was becoming very expensive and very centralized also. Only centralized growth would happen, focusing only on Amaravati. So instead of having one capital city, Andhra Pradesh should have 3 capitals. It proposed that Andhra Pradesh should have 3 capitals. 3 capitals as Amaravati, Visakhapatnam and Kurnool. So AP should have 3 capitals, Amaravati to be the legislative capital, Visakhapatnam to be the executive capital, and Kurnool to be the judicial capital. So Amaravati should be working on a unique model and it should have 3 capitals instead of 1 capital. This was the proposal of the new state government. But then what happened? Naturally, the farmers, they felt cheated because they had given up their land in the dream, in the vision of Amaravati being constructed as a world-class capital city. Now, if there will be 3 capitals, and there is going to be an issue because the land prices will not increase as much as they would have been if Amaravati would have been the sole capital. So, one, they felt cheated. Then, there was also economic disruption because the developmental projects that had started now became stalled, because there was a lack of clarity now. And then the governance issue also came into picture, that out of these 3 capitals, which one is going to be the real capital? So governance issue was also there, economic, financial issues were also there, and naturally mistrust of farmers also started existing, where they started questioning the land, that the fertile agricultural land which they had already given up in the dream of Amaravati becoming the capital city. So that's when the High Court, the Andhra Pradesh High Court came into picture, and the High Court said that no, the government cannot arbitrarily move all the focus away from Amaravati. It did not necessarily say that Amaravati should be the sole capital, should be the only constitutional capital, because then that would have been a policy decision which courts are not supposed to make. So instead of doing that, they simply questioned the arbitrariness of the entire issue, the lawfulness of the entire issue. That was this decision lawful and fair, that the government, the proposal of these 3 capitals instead of 1 capital, because you gave a dream, a vision to the farmers, and now you are arbitrarily deciding that instead of 1 capital, we'll have 3 capitals. So no, that should not happen. This decision should be fair, just and transparent. So naturally a grey area opened up and a lot of confusion came in, that now what should happen. And that's when finally in 2026 we see the parliament stepping in. So now, do the parliament, or does the parliament naturally decide and always decide which state is going to have what capital city? No. That does not happen. States usually decide their own capital cities. But because AP's case is unique, it is linked to 2014 Central Act. This was a central law. Because it is linked to the 2014 Act, and because Parliament already has a legal intervention over here, that is why Parliament stepped in and it said that Amaravati is going to be the sole capital of Andhra Pradesh. So this bill has been passed by the Lok Sabha. Now it is going to the Rajya Sabha. It will go to the Rajya Sabha, and then President's assent will also be required for this to become a law. But right now it has been passed by the Lok Sabha. So this actually is an example. It's an example of Indian federalism at play. That while states naturally and usually they have their autonomy in deciding things, because in this case our federalism is not very rigid, it is flexible, and in this case because Parliament already had its intervention, it already had a legal connection of 2014's Act, that is why it stepped in and it decided that Amaravati, it named that Amaravati is the city that is going to be the sole capital of Andhra Pradesh. And this will bring back the trust of farmers, because they had given up their land in a vision that this city is going to be developed as a sole city, as the sole capital city of Andhra Pradesh, as a world-class capital, and their developed plots that they're going to get, those developed plots will have very high value, monetary value. So that's why the public trust is going to come back. The developmental projects that we saw being stalled for so long, they are also going to revive. So economic issues, challenges will also be recovered. And the investors that had lost their confidence and investing their money in AP, they will also find their confidence back. This is the vision of the central government. But right now, this is a bill. It has been passed by the Lok Sabha. It will go to the Rajya Sabha. So let's see what happens there. But Amaravati very soon might be the sole capital of Andhra Pradesh. So that was all for this discussion. I hope you were able to understand the entire issue. Now we will look at a practice question for prelims. With reference to the development of Amaravati, consider the following statements. 1. The land pooling scheme used in Amaravati involved compulsory acquisition of land by the state. 2. The capital status of Amaravati was initially specified in the Andhra Pradesh Reorganisation Act 2014. Choose the correct statements. A. 1 only, B. 2 only, C. both 1 and 2, D. neither 1 nor 2. So please attempt this question and provide your answers in the comment section. Thank you for watching.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.